Welcome back, everybody, to another Spread Out Sports podcast. I am your co-host, Ben Rago, and I am joined with just one person, and it is my original co-host, Sir Alex Kronberg. Alex, how you doing?
Hello, everybody. How are we doing? It's great to be back. Just the regular Spread Out Sports podcast format. No After Dark today. I mean, it's definitely nice to have the boys and whatnot, but good. Me and you get back to our roots here. Talk a little football, talk a little fantasy, and I'm just excited to be back, dude. Excited to do it how we want to do it tonight.
Yeah,
you know.
Tonight is a regular Spread Out Sports podcast. We will not be a little new thing. We will not be naming it Spread Out Sports 1, 2, 3, or 4 because it will get confusing because there are two different type of podcasts. Just a little heads up. But we just want to get it off. Please, everyone, go follow Spread Out Sports on Twitter. Capital S, capital O, capital S. Go follow, tweet at us, do whatever. If you guys have listened before, you know what to, we want recommendations and stuff. Go subscribe to our YouTube and all that stuff. Quickly, the platforms you'll find us on are Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, SoundCloud, and that is it for the moment. Coming soon, hopefully, will be Apple Podcasts. We are working on that at the moment. Hopefully, we're working on getting verified.
In the works, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. We will let everyone know. We will notify everyone when that is available. But let's just get into it. Our shout-outs really quick so we can get into the podcast.
Today's shout-outs.
My shout-outs are to LA Beast, of course, to Mitch, all those guys. But I want to say a specific shout-out. David Prince, at Views by David. All right, absolutely. David Prince, what a great probably my favorite Bears account. Just a big shout out to that guy.
You got me into his work, bro. And I actually listened to one of his podcasts.
He is funny.
He's really good, bro.
Yeah, he is funny, and he's got great podcasts with Owen Kreutz. Guys, will go listen to 6 Point Radio. That's his podcast. Go follow and everything.
Yeah,
but
6 Point Radio. Go give them a follow.
Yes. Alex, do you got any shout outs?
I do. I got my same shout out as usual. Mr. Derek Martell Rose, if you hear this, D Rose, we love you, Chicago. Just come talk to us for even for a minute, bro. I know he doesn't like to do publicity stunts and whatnot, but Derek Rose, we love you around here. And then of course Zach Levine and Lowry Markkinen, current Bulls. We would love to have you on as well. Absolutely. But nonetheless, let's get into today's.
What are our topics?
Well, today, first we want to touch on our Bears as per usual. We have Eddie Piñeiro. Going to be the week 1 starting kicker this Thursday. And then we're also going to talk about Trey Burton still not being healthy. And it's definitely weird because he didn't play in the playoff game either. So, we'll see what's going on with that situation. Then we are going to give our NFC division standings. We're going to go 1 through 4, which team's going to finish last, third, second, first, and then a couple of wild cards. And then we're also going to hopefully talk a little bit of fantasy. Me and Ben just drafted for his first fantasy football league, so we'd like to talk on our teams and what's going on in fantasy in terms of positions and whatnot. But yeah, let's hop right into Eddie and Trey Burton.
Well, and if we have time, we want to get a hot seat if we have time.
That will be one of our segments. But that is if we have time. We'll see.
If you guys know our content, you guys know that we run out of time quickly because we like to ramble. So that is tentative little topic. Yeah. It's tentative little topics list. Just hopefully we get there. If not, you'll know why. All right, Kronberg, kick it off.
Eddie Piñeiro, he's gonna be kicking for our Bears on Thursday, bro, against the Packers. Quickly, we just want to touch on what Eddie did in the preseason to win the job. He was 8 of 9 on field goals overall. And then that was capitalized by a 58-yarder. I think that was that against the Colts? I'm pretty sure.
Yes, it was.
That was against the Colts. But another weird tidbit from that game is he also missed an extra point as well.
Yeah.
But I know you have a specific take on what happened on that extra point there.
All right. Well, obviously it's great to see 8 for 9 and everything after his first miss that me and you personally watched in the Panthers game.
We did. Was that his first kick?
It might have been. It might have been his first or second. I do not remember. All I know is we watched him miss it. And actually, at the time, I was an Elliott Fry guy. And honestly, it's obviously easy 20/20 vision, hindsight's 20/20. But I really should have known Piñeiro was going to be the guy because Elliott Fry was Cody Parkey 2.0 because he was accurate, but he just didn't have the power. Anyway, we won't get into that. And but I have a
Back on the extra point, bro.
Yeah, okay.
I heard you talking about it earlier, and I was interested in what you had to say.
The Colts game, the 58-yarder was just so awesome to see. I'm not gonna lie, it really gave me confidence because he drilled that thing. And the extra point. Here's how I feel about it. I'm actually have a surprising. I have a Cody Parkey. I never had a confidence. Like my body just knew something's wrong with this. Like something's just. I don't trust this guy.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have this weird comforting. Like I'm not too worried about Thursday with Eddie Pinheiro, but sorry.
Let's just hope it doesn't come down to a kick.
Yeah, and the extra point.
That's what I'm praying for.
Oh, I don't want it to come down to a kick, even if we had Robbie Gould, if we had Edmund Vinatieri, if we had Steven Gostkowski, anyone. But the extra point. Here's how I see it. That extra point, he missed so bad. I think it shouldn't really worry fans that much because it looked like it was so off that it had to have just been like a missed, like he just
he slipped a little bit and he's just off,
bad hold, whatever it may have been. I just feel like when you're that off, like it's something. Like you don't you'll see
it's not like it was like just shanked like a curver off the line,
The millisecond it left his foot, you're like, oh my goodness, that's missing a lot wide, and I don't think that happens very often. Like when I
watched it back, dude, I legit thought it was tipped.
Yeah. And I saw some tweets saying, was that tipped because it was so bad? So that really doesn't worry me that much. I mean, hopefully it doesn't happen frequently. Hopefully it doesn't always just like shank balls, but. I don't know. That kick alone doesn't really worry me that much. That's my opinion. What's your opinion? How are you feeling going into week 1 with Eddie Pinheiro?
He did everything he could to win the job in the preseason. So, I mean, this first week is going to be telling, bro. Because just imagine this. Imagine he goes out there, Bears score touchdown first, second quarter, yada, yada. Place is going wild. And then Eddie Pinheiro goes up there and he misses that extra point.
Dude.
Misses that extra point.
It's genuinely the Bears could be up, have a great drive. We just got a pick, whatever, and it could deflate the crowd.
Honestly,
could take.
And I'm assuming Matt Nagy's been, preparing the guys to not get down on that kind of crap. They can't control what the kicker does, but I mean, I've really tried to be optimistic, but I feel like, we've had so many rough years as Bears fans, dude. But I feel like whatever can go wrong is gonna go wrong. I don't know. And I know that's a very pessimistic way to look at it, bro, but that's been the Bears.
Here's the thing.
The 21st century Bears.
Yeah, I'm very overly optimistic when it comes to Bears. I've always been like that. That's just how I've been. Like with other things, I can be very pessimistic, glass half empty. But with the Bears, I've always had optimism. And I gotta say, being just not quite confident is nothing that nothing new or anything with considering how this kicking situation has gone.
But at this position, though, bro,
the kicking situation and this team has gone in so many games. But there's a little thing. So our kickers have been Connor Barth, Cody Parkey, and I forgot
about Barth, bro.
And then there was Nugent. I cannot remember his first or
Did we have Ted Nugent?
Yeah.
No, it's not Ted Nugent.
I was gonna say that's not. I was gonna say that's not the name. Ted Nugent is something else.
Mike Nugent.
Mike Nugent. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Okay. Mike Nugent was on the team for a couple games, I think. But the two kickers that screwed us over. I mean, this is not a stat that anyone talked about it, but I just noticed. Both their names started with a C. And Cairo Santos.
I forgot about Santos too.
Yeah, we picked him up and then he injured and then that was it.
We picked Roberto Aguayo.
We gave him a shot.
Tampa Bay took in the second round or whatever a couple years ago.
I forgot about that. That's unbelievable. They took a second round pick. That's literally like me taking the Bears defense in the second round, but worse. That's way worse.
That's egregious, dude.
NFL
other executives around the league were literally bursting out laughing.
I get that the guy was really good, but in the end, it's a kicker. All right,
a second round pick is really valuable in the NFL too.
Yeah, he would have been there later. I don't know when he would have been there, but I can assure you, everyone was like, "Yeah, he won't. He'll be there 5th round, still probably." Still
No,
probably,
they're just
but
like, we gotta take him.
yeah, that's I don't get that.
No,
But
just to close it off here on Eddie Pinheiro. Obviously, like I said, he was named the starter for Thursday's season opener against the Packers, and he was quoted as saying he's excited, confident. He's happy that they chose him to be the guy, and he's got to prove them right and show them that he's the guy, and he's got to keep making kicks.
Yeah.
So, that's obviously what you want to hear from him. I don't think he would go up there and be like, "Wow, I'm a little scared after every like."
no,
Like,
I did.
hoping to God he's confident.
Yeah, he's got to have the confidence, and I'm glad they've made a decision. And it maybe gives me a little more confidence because it was they had like 8 kickers, and he's the one that made through it all.
Yeah,
And I feel like if you gave all those kickers on NFL teams, one of them would have been a good kicker, and he made it through all that. So I have confidence. And apparently there's a report that's saying he's been practicing at Soldier Field kicking this week in Soldier Field at night or whatever.
I hope so, bro.
Which I like to hear. So. I like to hear that. And
absolutely.
So
now let's jump over to our man Trey Burton.
Mm-hmm. Man, do I have an opinion about that?
Hey, kick it off then, bro. Kick it off.
All right. Like, okay. It's really confusing. He's what is it? He's got a groin injury again. He's questionable for week 1.
Yeah, it's the groin injury.
What was his surgery again? I think it was
It says the Bears insist the groin injury is mild and unrelated to the sports hernia surgery he underwent this spring.
Yeah.
It said he practiced Monday in a limited fashion, which seems like a good sign, but Burton's status for Thursday's Green Bay opener is very much in question. I just don't know what to make of it, bro. I don't know what's going on. They don't really seem to be that transparent about like exactly what's going on here.
No. The good thing is they do. I mean, okay, they don't have a lot of talent at the tight end position. They do have a lot of tight ends. It's all depends. All depends if Adam Shaheen can catch a ball without getting hurt on the exact same play and then go out for the rest of the season. I mean, okay, I think it was the Rams game or some game he came in. It was he finally came back, caught the ball, got injured, was out the rest of or some of the game or something like that, and then came back later, obviously. But the guy is very injury prone, and I'm not like judging the guy. I mean, stuff happens.
Oh, it happens, bro. Yeah, it's like he's trying to get hurt.
I mean, but I'm just saying it all depends, and if Adam Shaheen can be healthy, because if Adam Shaheen's healthy, I'm not that worried. I don't know, Trey Burton. I was reading a tweet about all this stuff that's been happening, and it just doesn't really. Something doesn't add up, or I don't know. Something's going on, and I'm just gonna give it to you now, honestly.
No,
I'm not a big.
There actually was something in the NBC Sports Chicago article I'm reading on Adam Shaheen, and it says even if his workload does increase in the absence of Trey Burton, it wouldn't quite be the same offense because he has his own durability issues, as you said. He's missed 13 games in his first 2 years in the NFL.
We got a dog in the background over there.
Yeah, we got a little pupper back here.
That's not a chunk over there. It's not Hero.
No, it is Hero, of course. 100, in case for all my listeners out there, Hero's an 140-pound German Shepherd.
That is a big old boy.
And I think you could tell by the bark. You know, his bark is as big as his bite. So,
keep going though.
But no, obviously the best thing for the Bears would be if Burton plays on Thursday and then in every other regular season injury. But his groin injury, which came on the heels of his return from sports hernia surgery, put whatever the Bears' contingency plan is squarely back into focus. So I saw the guy that he's gonna replace Trey Burton. It's Ben Braunecker. Do you know anything about that dude?
Ben Braunecker went to Harvard.
Was it Harvard?
Yeah, he went to Harvard. I like him. I honestly don't mind Ben Braunecker, but
what about the other guy, Horsted?
That's who I wanted to talk about.
He's on the practice squad, though.
Jasper Horsted.
Yeah, it was Jasper.
Bears fans watched. That guy made several just incredible catches. By just a little not fun fact, just a little thing. That dude is so babyface, it's hilarious. In a helmet, it is hysterical.
Really?
It is
I haven't
so
gotten a look at
hysterical.
them.
Anyway, Jasper Horsted, something like that. He might have gone to Princeton. I could be so wrong. I remember they were talking about someone who went to Princeton on the Bears when I was watching some video. It could be some other completely different player. But all I know is Jasper Horsted